Good morning. Isabel here with my reflection on reflection, because Jim and I just returned at the weekend from a much longed for sea cruise, and the name of the ship was Reflection. We booked it in February, but didn't do too much about preparations until we were more sure about the COVID situation. Firstly, holiday insurance. Then we had to complete a health check for the shipping company, and we also decided to apply for the new GHIC, which replaces the old EHIC. We are both fully vaccinated, so that was easy to access, although I printed off the paper copy. No apps for me. We also had to complete a locator form, which I felt was a bit useless because we weren't to be located in one place, but we did as we were bid. FF2 masks had to be bought to use on the plane to Italy, although things were eased a bit on our return and we didn't have to use them. Last of all, we had to show proof of a negative antigen test. I thought a home test would be okay, but our son kept insisting that we should have an official one. So, after receiving an agitated early Sunday morning call, we decided after church to dash through to Dundee to have the test, and by the time we arrived home, the email was there. Another printout. All set. We decided to try using the direct Dundee to Edinburgh Airport bus run by Explore. Only problem, because we had an early morning flight, the one most suitable left at 12 o'clock midnight. But our good friend Alf Burse immediately offered to take us through to Dundee. A very good friend indeed. The bus was right on time and we were at Edinburgh Airport by 1:10. Plenty of time to read the Sunday paper, have a wander about and generally people watch. Check-in was no problem. Only proof of vaccinations were requested. Flight was late, meaning we had a very short time to transfer to another terminal at Schiphol. So I linked into Jim and marched him all the way across from one end to the other. Here we had to show our proof of vaccinations again. We were very lucky at Rome that our luggage came through very quickly and we were ready for the last lap, a 1-hour bus journey to the ship. At this point, I was glad our son had insisted we pay for proof of negative tests because we were asked to show them, as well as proof of vaccinations to board. Identity photo taken and off to find our cabin and collect the Sea Pass card. We'd made it. A quick freshen up, cool refreshing drink and relax. Because we were fully vaccinated, we didn't have to wear masks. Those who weren't vaccinated were supposed to wear them. We did see a few, but who was to know? All crew members from the captain down wore masks all the time and were tested regularly. There were the usual sanitisers and automatic doors, so we felt very safe. The captain did inform us of having 3 cases on the ship, but they were isolated and had been seen by the doctor. There was the usual buffet restaurant, but it wasn't help yourself. The food was placed on the plate for you, so nobody touched the utensils. We only used the restaurant for breakfast. Dinner was in the dining room, which of course was table service. Our stops were Messina, Santorini, Mykonos, Istanbul, Kushadasi, Athens and Naples. We'd visited all of these islands before, but decided to do a scenic and monastery tour in Mykonos. Ano Mira Monastery was founded in 1542 by 2 monks from Paris and restored in 1767. It was a lovely wee place, but rather crowded with 2 other groups there at the same time. We were then treated to a mise and ouzo before returning to the ship. I think most of the ouzo was left, but we were also given some water to drink. We were supposed to see windmills, but the only ones we saw were in the gift shop. We stayed overnight in Istanbul, where they had built a brand new terminal and shopping centre during lockdown. It was very impressive, and we were lucky enough that night to be on the port side and in a great position to people watch until night time came, when it was rather noisy. Our last stop was Naples, where I reckon the motorists drove with their horns, and although there were crossings, you never knew if the cars were going to stop for you or not. There we found Castle Nuovo, and within it the Chapel of Purgatory Souls. It was built between 1580 and 1581, but there's a lot of details which I won't bother going into. And so we started our return journey. We'd had a good time, done a bit of walking, a lot of relaxing in the sun, eaten a great deal of delicious food, enjoyed some great entertainment, and met a lot of interesting people. Bring on the next cruise. I wish you all an enjoyable and interesting week, and I hope I haven't bored you too much with my holiday memories.